Vice Provost, graduates and guests, it is a pleasure and an honour to present to you a candidate for the award of an Honorary Fellowship of UCL. At UCL, Honorary Fellowships are awarded principally in recognition of exceptional service rendered or a significant or outstanding contribution made to UCL. The citation will describe their esteemed accomplishments and contributions. Vice Provost, I beg leave to present Helen Matthews for admission to the UCL Honorary Fellowship. Helen has been a driving force at Cure Parkinson's since the founding of the charity more than 20 years ago, serving first as its Chief Operating Officer, then Deputy Chief Executive, and since 2023, its Chief Executive Officer. Her leadership has been instrumental in supporting incredibly valuable research into the early diagnosis and treatment of Parkinson's disease, a progressive neurological condition which affects more than 10 million people worldwide. It was not always, however, the obvious career path for Helen. Having studied history and undertaken a postgraduate certificate in education, she went on to specialize in public relations and marketing. With her time in the sector, including a stint at Windsor, Legoland. It was, if you will, excuse the pun, an important building block in her public relations career. But it is perhaps fair to say that Helen found her ultimate calling in 2002, when she was asked by her long-term friend, Tom Isaacs, to support the promotion of a 4,500-mile fundraising walk around the coast of Great Britain. Tom, who had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease at the age of 26, went on to co-found Cure Parkinson's, and Helen's marketing expertise made her an obvious choice to transform a fledgling vision held by Tom and three friends into the UK's leading funder for Parkinson's research. She has achieved that and more. Over 2 decades, the charity has committed more than £25.5 million in support of promising research for new Parkinson's therapies. And in 2012, it created the International Linked Clinical Trials Programme, which has led to 28 completed and 19 active clinical trials of drugs with the potential to slow, stop, or even reverse the condition. Since its inception, more than £100 million of external funding has been facilitated by the ILCT programme to support Parkinson's clinical trials across the globe, with more than 6,800 people with Parkinson's participating in these trials. At UCL, we have ourselves long been privileged to work closely with Cure Parkinson's, with the depth of our partnership reflected in more than £13 million in grants to cover cohort development, recruitment and genotyping, a phase 3 clinical trial of the prospective treatment Ambroxol, and vital support for the new Edmund J. Safra ACT-PD multi-arm, multi-stage trial platform. The latter provides the methodology for the single largest Parkinson's disease trial in the world, which opened to participants last year and is described by Cure Parkinson's as a game changer. Throughout our partnership, Helen has been a great advocate of the high quality of Parkinson's research at UCL. Our university has established itself as a global leader in this fast-evolving field, and we are proud to work with some of the world's foremost funders to go further and faster together to support patients, families, and carers. Helen's dedication to our shared mission is apparent to all those who work with her at UCL. In a recent interview, she said, "Everything we do is to move us closer to our goal of finding new treatments to slow, stop, or reverse the progression of Parkinson's." In recognition of Helen's outstanding personal contribution to that work, and in grateful acknowledgement of Cure Parkinson's partnership with UCL, Vice Provost, it is a pleasure to present Helen Matthews for conferment of an Honorary Fellowship at UCL.
As Vice Provost, I am delighted to formally admit Helen Matthews to the UCL Honorary Fellowship. Congratulations, Helen, and I now invite you to address our graduates. Thank you.
Professor Hudson, thank you. Professor Shapira, thank you. I am thrilled and honoured to be I'm thrilled to be honoured with this award. It's a privilege to lead the talented team at Cure Parkinson's, and having been involved with the charity since it was set up in 2005, I have seen firsthand the hard work, collaboration, commitment, and passion necessary to drive change. On behalf of us all at Cure Parkinson's, thank you so much for recognising our wonderful team's work to Cure Parkinson's. It's an honour to join the UCL alumni as an Honorary Fellow. Cure Parkinson's was founded 20 years ago by 4 people living with Parkinson's who had a clear vision to invest in research with the best hope of slowing, stopping, or reversing this invidious disease, which slowly removes all aspects of daily living that each of us take for granted. Too often, it's overlooked. It's a personal condition, with each person presenting with their own combination of symptoms driven by their own biological signature, making this a very challenging disease to treat, let alone cure. A diagnosis of Parkinson's is life-changing. People with Parkinson's urgently need the innovative research driven by UCL and their global collaborators to translate into new treatments. UCL remains a beacon of hope, however. The scientific discoveries and curiosity of its researchers is leading to a clearer understanding of the connectivity of the biology that drives Parkinson's, coupled with innovative thinking in developing and testing disease-modifying treatments that is world-class. Our wonderful team at Cure Parkinson's raises the urgently needed funds for our flagship programs, including our International Linked Clinical Trials program. This is created and driven by our own in-house research team, working in partnership with international scientists, and it underpins the disease-modifying therapeutic agenda for Parkinson's. The International Linked Clinical Trials program identified the compounds for 2 phase 3 trials being led by UCL and funded by Cure Parkinson's, one of which is the largest disease-modifying clinical trial for Parkinson's in the world, creating 2,000 opportunities for people with Parkinson's to take part in research. That really is phenomenal. I view this award as a way of recognising the importance of philanthropic and academic partnerships. And actually, that partnership is what has made this large trial so very possible. Professor Shapiro, who championed this award within UCL, with Professors Fultney and Gandhi, thank you for leading the Parkinson's research field with intuition, insight, skill, for and with people living with Parkinson's. What an amazing way to mark 20 years of global research investment by Cure Parkinson's, and I do know the charity co-founders who all live with Parkinson's would be so pleased to see the work of the charity recognised in this way. So simply, thank you. Now let's go and find a cure.